So this time is different. Okay, the sequel. We're going to talk about it. I want to keep it short and simple. We're going to go over what I said in the 25th of October, that this time is different, with a big, massive red flag against it. Why? Because it's not. It's very, very similar to what happened in 2017, 2018. It's very, very similar to what's happened at every previous top. On the screen, I've just put on here when I did that video, which was the 25th of October 2021. We are now currently, 11th of March? We've gone a fair chunk and we've also dropped a fair chunk. But this is the total market cap. This is not for individual coins. I will go over some individual coins as well. But we do need to talk about it. We do need to be brutally honest with ourselves. So this was the video. It's got a lot of good comments. It's doing very, very well, because I think it came out at the right time and it gave people an absolute critical catalyst for a little bit of brain process. I should be taking some profit here. I should be doing this. Some people did and some people did not. Some people disregarded it as rubbish advice because it was going to carry on going up against the grain of the bullish narrative of the bullish investor. And yes, I am long-term bullish, but I also play within the trends. If something's going up too much, I will take profit. I will look to redistribute that profit into more accumulated holds, and those holds will then go into my long-term bag, which I hold for a long time. They are core assets, right? So we need to be careful. So all of these comments, some of them are relatively good, some of them are a bit wishy-washy. It just depends, right? But as you know, I am getting a little bit annoyed at people. In that video as well, I also went over stuff like this, as in, let's look at the altcoin market in terms of YouTube, the algorithm, right? It's a pretty aggressive search. You can see in terms of the search terms here on vidIQ that a lot of people do search this stuff. A lot of views do get hit on these, which is why clickbait is important, which is why title optimization is important, which is why I do certain things with my titles and my thumbnails to get people to watch my videos and hopefully convert a few of you, which does make sense. But we do need to be honest with ourselves. A lot of these people are just farming followers, and I said it in my previous video when I was talking about different influencers. They are farming followers, dickhead, and getting people involved in certain things when they do not understand, encouraging leverage, encouraging buying gems, encouraging all kinds of shit that does not work, right? The trend is your friend. Buy into it at the right times. Do not buy at the wrong times, right? Block list. Make sure you are not following these people. People may think that's harsh, but ultimately, you've got to protect yourself. You are playing with money, real financial assets, real assets that are working on a blockchain. Some of them are good, some of them are bad. Why would you get wrecked? You wouldn't. Do not follow strangers' advice. Take on board what they're saying, but do not copy, do not go blind. Do your own research. It's important, right? So let's look at some narrative stuff. Now, there's only a few coins that have done well off the back of that video. Luna, Y, UST adoption. Pretty obvious, right? Currently, right now, if we're going to look at Bitcoin, and if we're going to go from the 25th of October, you know, when we're looking at this whole element here, we were pretty much there. Perfect situation where we were retesting that all-time high. That is when I did that video, because everyone was euphoric and going, this is going crazy. I was literally taking money off the table. I was selling little bits here and there. And then I sold more around 58 to 55k when the confirmation was in. I was just like, all right, increase my stable currencies. I'm happy with that. It's ultimately important to get to that phase in the market. Another one, let's look at Ethereum. As you can imagine, why not? Why not? Because it's fun. The 25th of October is here. Bosh. When things go crazy, you've got to take profit. That is the bottom line. Let's look at a few more. Polkadot. As you know, I love Polkadot. It's great. But I was bugging out of this, thinking, you know what? Let's save my money. Let's take some profit off the table. I've been riding this since $4 or $5. I've just been like thinking, right, cool. Got my crowd loans in the bag. Happy days, right? At the end of the day, nothing is immune to a dump. And this one actually pumped quite aggressively after it. But yeah, taking profit. Happy. I'm still sitting in my stable currency bag waiting to buy, by the way. I'm just being very, very patient. We're consolidating right now. There may be an entry. But this is the important thing. And I do want to talk about one thing before this video ends, because I want to keep it short, simple, sweet. And this is why you should put profit into the market. Profit. To grow to have, and to have is to grow. What does that mean? Well, if you got profit, you can grow it. Yield. On the screen, BlockFi. Very, very simple. Now, I do need to talk about this. If you are in the US, it is not registered under the Securities Act, so make sure you understand that. There is a disclaimer on the bottom of my videos. Not financial advice, but if you are in Europe, it's probably going to be more for you right now. There is a lot of assets here that you can earn an APY very, very easily. Bitcoin, for example, Ethereum, Avalanche, Solana, Polkadot. You can do it in different ways. But if you are sitting in profit, and let's just talk about it. If you've been sitting in profit right now and you've just been sitting earning a yield, you've got quite a significant, let's just say when the trend turned under the EMA, you went, you know what, take some money off the table. You could have been sat earning a yield for 120 days. 120 days on the likes of BlockFi, for example, and you don't have to worry about it. You're getting paid multiple times there. Other things to look at in terms of the market, let's look at Phantom. Now, Phantom had done well, and then we've had an ultimate little bit of a rug pull at the moment. Again, if we're going to look at the demographic of when I did that video, the 25th of October, we dumped literally the top of it, dumped, pulled right the back in, and then off we go again. So there's a lot of narrative here. When things are getting hyped, when things are going crazy, please, please, please take profit. It is an ultimate thing that you should all be doing. And just to finally end this video, going back to the total market cap, this is an important indicator. If you are buying when this is stupidly high, and let me zoom out by the way, when this is stupidly high, now I know not everyone's thinking this, but if you are buying up here, we are not early, you are late. You are early maybe over a course of 10 years, but you are late in the course of the last year. That is a problem. Don't buy the tops. You need to sell them. Okay? If you like this video, leave it a like. Give it a subscription if you like more content like this, and have a great weekend.